What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion that we do every trading day, Monday to Friday. And today is, as you know, that the market, especially DXY, we see some drop, so which is reflecting in all the instrument. And this is a very important day, as you know that there is a news coming up later today. CPI will be covering the whole news, and definitely will find some good trading opportunity on the way. Make sure, guys, you stick till the end. And also, before I begin this session, make sure you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So with that said, don't forget to join in the live chat. You can ask anything. If you are trading an instrument, you can ask. I'll give my opinion, and also share your own opinion as well with other members in this channel. So let's begin with DXY. We see that there is a strong drop on DXY. In fact, if you have watched my weekly Forex forecast, I'll request you to watch exactly. This is what I expected on DXY, that the price to come here in this rejection zone and then to be rejected. DXY is doing exactly as it is, guys. Don't forget to like this stream. As you can see, there is an enormous value in this live streaming that you will not find anywhere. So what we see that DXY currently, we see some melting, and what I think that DXY, because it failed to create a higher high at the top, what I think that DXY is likely to come down and to create a lower low. So there is a still high probability for DXY to continue to drop. Now if DXY is dropping, then we could see now all the instrument we can predict in a way that gold, the trade that we are running on gold, we close break even. So gold is in fact moving, looks like that. You saw that it in fact dropped certain level, and then it's almost dropped to 1849, and then we saw that there is some retreat back to the upside. Now what I think that, as you can see, gold looks like that creating an inverted head and shoulder. Now at the same time, as you know that according to Elliott wave theory, there is in fact a probability for gold to go up. Now as you can see, there is one wave. So basically triple times gold has created a triple impulse, 1 2 3. So basically 1 2 3 4 5 6. So basically the gold, the bears a little bit of exhausted. And at the same time, if we look at the weekly perspective on gold, what we see that gold has broken the weekly support zone here. Okay, so we see that from this support, gold has created an overextended market. I was always bearish, but at the same time we need to see that how now the price action is forming, because if you look at on the lower time frame, we see that the bulls now slowly buying this back to back quite a few sessions strong bullish move, including with this long wick candle. Gold is creating, as you can see, that an inverted head and shoulder. What I think that with the weakening of DXY, we could see some bullish move on gold, and in that case, what I think that, guys, gold might test the upper week of the weekly week, or at least to the weekly support zone. Okay, let me draw this level where we can expect now, if DXY is dropping, then gold might go up to test these levels. So one is here with quite a few weekly opening and closing with this doji. There is one level here, there is one here. If we look at the daily, we see that there is a weakless candle on the daily. So it is though it is still not closed, but what we see that if you closely look at, there is a doji. You can see this doji. Yesterday's candle closed above the low of this doji. There is one sign that there is a probability for gold to go up. You see, when you see this kind of doji and the price closed above the high of the doji, that's the sign that the bears couldn't close that candle below, and as a result today the market opened with a weakless candle. Okay, and then we saw that slowly bulls are going up. So what I think that this is what exactly, as I mentioned in the weekly forex forecast, that gold from this support now slowly, I think that it's highly likely now it will move to the 20 period moving average on the daily or even along this zone, so which can probably gold give us potential bullish setup. Okay, so let's see how it does. The way the price action form, either it will form a head and shoulder here for if it wants to drop, then we need any kind of reversal pattern here for dropping. I don't think that this price action will be able to drop like that. Okay, the way the price action form, it has broken this local market structure. Okay, so you see that this channel is broken to the upside. Now the price is testing this support as a, this resistance as a support on the lower time frame, and there is now a probability for gold to move up unless we see a reversal pattern here. Okay, so let's see what happened. We'll jump on a trade as soon as we will find any opportunity, guys. Let me know your thought on gold as well. Okay, so yeah, favor Shipellini, thank you very much. Yeah, good day, coach. Thank you very much. Samuel, coach, I'm long on Euro CHF now. Price is dropping. Please check. Yeah, look at it. Dollar yen in short term. What's your analysis? Okay, we'll look at it. So hello sir, why are indices? 17, hello sir, why are indices and currency pairs like Gbpusd currently so bullish? Is it because they feel the CPI data will cause a huge drop? Continue the current trend. Very good question. So it's basically, yeah, that's a big factor, that CPI, because let me look at the forex factory and then we'll discuss on this one. Okay guys, so I have a very great news to share with you. Great news is that from tomorrow onwards we will be doing scalp live, this along with this swing trading live session. From tomorrow on we will do extended in London session and New York session, and even early London session we will do extended 5 minutes live day trading and scalping in this live session. So let me know how you think about this, guys. Let me know in the chat what time you trade so that I can adjust the time frame, time schedule, which is your peak time in trading. So I will be live on from tomorrow with my live account. You'll see all the history and everything that I'm trading in this live market, everything, and we'll trade on 5 minutes time frame in this live market along with our VIP students. For the live YouTube communities, for everyone, we'll be doing live extended live 5 minutes scalping session or even further lower time frame, and you will see my strategies that I am using every day. I will be revealing that one also in this live session. So let me know in the chat, guys, how you feel about. If I see that there is a lot of interest, then I will stay motivated. And also let me know in the chat what is your trading time. I mean, what time you trade in London session, Tokyo session, New York session, or what time, so that I can extend that time period. It will be awesome, guys. So just one thing, make sure, guys, you if you are looking for a regulated broker, the broker that I will be using, you'll see from tomorrow that I'm doing the live session, live trading on 5 minutes. So if you want to trade with me with that broker, also it's a regulated broker, ever trade ASIC regulated, FCA regulated, everywhere. Very secure and safe hand will be in your money. Withdraw, deposit, no problem. Link in the description. There's a 40% welcome bonus also available. Use the code wizard. So I'll put a link in the description so that you can prepare from tomorrow, trade with me in the live market, so that you can join me. If you need a regulated break, you can join that. So from tomorrow we'll have a different approach. So let's look at now, let me look at the DXY. As you one of you asked why GBP USD and other instrument is showing bullish, is because, as I mentioned, that CPI. Now guys, we have a strategy to understand this market that I discussed before, is that you see, when there is a news coming up, let's say this is there is a CPI data coming later today, right? Now as a retail trader, we'll see this information when the news is released. But the way I look at the market when there is a news coming up is from the pattern of the pricing. So what happened is that when there is a specific news, for example GBP and USD, let's say today 6 p.m. GBP and now 12:30 a.m. just a couple of minutes later USD. So if you marry GBP and USD, you find GBP USD, right? So when this kind of news announced, there is a pattern that you can predict based on this news announcement. That is what we call the news and price action. This is only the strategy you will ever find here, because when that the price when the news coming up, based on the pattern that we have, the price behave in a certain way, and after long observation we have found that pattern that we developed as strategy available for all the students. So let me give you an example how it works. For example, in GBP, you saw that there was a reversal from here, like with this big green candle. Now today there was a news on GBP and USD, and that's the part of this movement that happened based on the news announcement. So this is what can be predicted. Now you can see this is the support zone here. We saw multiple time liquidity gap. There's one here, there's one here. Now we saw that there's a movement. So this is the main way to understand the news and the price action. The other way, that this is mainly the reason why the price is the DXY is reversing. So there is always a clue of fundamental with the technical. Now if you are completely a technical trader, also you can do that, because let me tell you how it will work. For example, let's say DXY. If you go to the DXY now, let's say you don't have any idea of how the news is getting released or anything like that, but if you see this rejection here, okay, in this long rejection candle, you saw that the price have gone halfway, okay. From this halfway you saw this rejection happen. So there is a way to understand. One way is to go with the fundamental along with the price, technical. The other way only to look at the technical. But when you combine both, your probability become very, very high, and this is what I love to do, combining technical with this fundamental. So there is a link in the chat, guys, for the brokerage that I'm using. From tomorrow we'll be doing extended 5 minutes live session in this YouTube. Thank you very much. Let me know in the chat how you feel about, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification. This will be the best ever stream. You will find that in this YouTube. You see how I use on the lower time frame to trade, in what situation, how I open the trade, everything you learn. Make sure you stick till the end of this session as well, and every day. And also press that bell notification so that when I am coming live you are notified. Nice to meet you here. Ashish, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. Or Gbpusd, sir. Absolutely. Kakulan Gbpusd. Gilbert, good morning, boss from Costa Rica. We'll gold move with CPI number today. Yeah, definitely there will be movement in this news. Please do scalping long session is best. Awesome. That sounds awesome. More education as I'm a new trader. ARM17, thank you very much. You are always welcome. If you are a new trader, make sure that you learn proper risk management, learn how to calculate the lot size is very, very important. Good morning, coach. That is great news. No problems. Kinga stay. Thank you. Yeah, always. There is always a good news from here. This is where we create best trading approach. 7:30. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, very interesting scalping. Thank you very much. London and New York session. London and New York session. That's amazing. Yeah, sir, please, where do you trading from? I'll know. Okay, sir, please, where do you trading from? So I'll know the time zone. Okay, so I trade from Sydney, but basically, my trading time is London session, New York session, and some part of Sydney and Tokyo session. So basically, I'm full time a trader in London and New York session, and part time in Tokyo and New York sessions. Pardon me, as Sydney time. So basically, what I will be doing, I will be staying keeping on live for extended time. But when there will be, when I'm in an extended time, probably I need a break, but the stream will go on. So anytime you can come, you can join, chat, share your ideas, and when the trade will be called, you'll see that no problem at all. So thank you very much, because I love doing it, guys. I'm a trader. I love spending a lot of time. So yeah, that's what I love, and I will be here all the time. Good development. So thank you very much, Faber. Do it absolutely. Thank you. How could CPI affect USD today, positively or negatively? What do you expect? So I think that a dollar might get weaker. That's what happening. You can see DXY is coming down. So Azian, please, thank you very much. So Aussie DXY, what I think that DXY might become weaker. Okay, this is what's happening. So that move could push that gold price high. All right. So what I think that CPI might get little bit of weaker data, and the way it is doing. Let's see what's happening in the real time data, which is not far, only a couple of minutes. But what I see that there are back-to-back three news. It's a very important news announcement. And if you look at GBP USD, you see that the price basically has broken to the upside. Okay, and basically it has created a kind of, not fully, a reversal here. Okay, and if you look at on GBP USD, so what's happening? Okay, so what I think that, GU, you can see that the price from this doji is moving up, and I think that this market might now come to this liquidity zone. This is a very high liquidity area. Okay, this is a very high liquidity area, and what I think that CPI might this is one. Yeah, so I think the CPI might impact the dollar in a, as you can see, there is a weakness in DXY. We'll look at all of them. Okay, so before that we'll be doing so let me look at the chat, guys, how it is doing. I'll just keep my camera on. I see that you want to see my trade as well, today's trade that I took using I'll just keep that off so that you can guys see my history as well. So this is how I trade in a small account, big gain. This is what I love to do. I'm very good in scalping, as you can see. Today this is the first trade on a scalping, because sometimes it's hard to convey everything. So as I mentioned before, that I use a small account for big gain. This is what I love, and as you have seen previously, many of my video, I mentioned that, guys, that to be profitable, to live a life with a you know to to live a life of dream using Forex, you don't need a big capital. Okay, using a smaller account with big capital, that's what I love, and scalping is my passion. So tomorrow we're gonna start. You can join the brokerage that I'm using to start with me, guys. There is a link in the description, and also if you want to learn my strategies, that is scalping, you can see this is the first trade in a very smaller account. So you see this is a only in a $5,000, less than $5,000 account, 300 gain on the first trade on scalping. So if you want to be like that scalping, just make sure, guys, you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. So we'll be rocking up, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll show you everything how you do. This is the best stream you'll ever find, and I have a lot of things that share with you guys. So we'll be doing one by one. Just make sure you stay with me. So let's jump on to other pairs to see how we can do. As you can see that dollar CAD, all right, dollar CAD, from the DXY perspective, we see that dollar CAD from, okay, so you see that on the dollar CAD, this is let me look at it. Okay, so you see there is a very strong rejection from this resistance level on dollar CAD. Looking at first of all monthly on dollar CAD to see how the market might be moving. Now from the monthly perspective on USD CAD, what we see that from monthly there is a very strong rejection here. Okay, so looking at weekly perspective, what we see that from the weekly there is okay, so what do we see from the weekly? Previous week there was a strong rejection from this resistance level and then created this big move to the downside. Looking at daily, we see that from the daily perspective, after the previous days this dodgy, today we have seen a very strong rejection coming up. So we see that from the 4-hour perspective and even from the lower time frame perspective, we see that dollar CAD showing a significant downward channel. So this is basically a very strong downward movement on USD CAD. Okay, so you see that dollar CAD, this is what's happened here. Okay, so there is a probability for dollar CAD to drop a little further down. Okay, see, as I have shown you that in a just $4,900 account, $300 gain, it's quite impressive, isn't it? That's what it is. Say, to trade and to make money, to make a living from trading big account is a myth. Okay, it's just I started in that way and I lost. So the way when you gain the skill, A smaller account is enough for you to make a living, and trading is freedom in that aspect, you know. Even with a smaller account, if you have, you know, confidence with the skill, can go on with it. And that's what I'm here to show you, and I have shown you, and I'll keep showing you how you can do that. Make sure, guys, you keep faith on yourself, learn proper, you know, risk management, and at the same time make yourself stronger, you know. Mentally you have to be strong. If you want to do scalping, you have to be very strong mentally. To do that, stay with that channel, and you'll learn how to be strong mentally. um, you know, otherwise you'll be wasting a lot of money and time. And once you gain the skill as a trader, it's like a, you know, it's like a, just you'll be pressing the button and making a living out of it. You know, when I started, I heard this kind of phrase, and sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe they're just saying, but over time I understand how it works. So just be patient. The only secret of doing everything is do not quit. Okay, stick to the game, don't quit anything. Okay, and at the same time keep faith on yourself. So what do you see on dollar CAD? With this impulse, you can see price has broken all of the from all of the support zone here. Okay. Now from this support here, okay, support here turning resistance here, very important level, and we have seen that the price now slowly creating a bearish movement, and I think that dollar CAD will, you know, slowly will come back down further. Okay, so with that in mind, if we look at the, if you reflect that on gold, we see that slowly, if dollar is going down, gold is likely to push up. Okay, okay, so let me look at that. Okay, favor dollar yen, absolutely. I want your telegram link, sir, no problems. There is a link in the description area. All the links in the description area of this video, you can find everything. You can join there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What's that, Ashishola? GBP JP are going up. Where can I sell? Okay, why you wanna sell GBP? How old are you, coach? Very good question. I'm evergreen. Favor. Thank you very much. Hello, coach. My opinion, Messi gold jump 1977, then will collapse. Yeah, could have happened. Okay, could have happened. Let's see. NZDJPY. Will that news have a quick spike with watching dollar yen? Yeah, absolutely. Hi, coach. Please check Nasdaq. I see sell. Yeah, absolutely. We'll look at it. Gold is going buy or sell. Gold, I think that might turn into bullish because we see some weakness in DXY, but just wait for the news to be released and then we'll see the clear direction. Hi everyone, thank you. I want to see you. No problems. Thank you very much. You can see me all the time. I'm here always. No problems. Hello. No problems. Thanks for your effort. No problems. Thank you. Any chance to Nasdaq 100 drop today? GJ growing up down. Okay, how many pips do you make a day on average? Kishan, very good question. Look, this is the most important thing that you need to understand. Is not the important is the pip, but the risk and the amount. Okay, it's not the pip. Okay, keep in mind, by gaining 5 pip you can make $500 or maybe $5,000 from 5 pip. Okay, on the other hand, by gaining 100 pip you might be making $10, right? So always think in terms of percentage. Okay, so always think in terms of percentage. Is not the pip, but the percentage is the most important part. Okay, so it is very important. All right, as always think in terms of percentage. Okay, so if we look at NASDAQ, what do we see that? Let me look at NASDAQ, what's happening. Okay, also I want to know, guys, which instrument you mostly trade. How many of you trade NASDAQ or indices like US30, NASDAQ, S&P 500? How many of you trade only Forex, you know, gold? Let me know in the chat so that I know exactly which one you are focusing on. All right, so you see, look at the NASDAQ or NAS100. What we see that from the monthly perspective, after the previous monthly bullish engulfer this month, we see that so far there is a bounce from this monthly level of support. Okay, so this is the monthly resistance turn support. I think that NASDAQ, you know, with the strengthening of gold or weakness of dollar, we might see NASDAQ to have a bounce to the upside. And what I think that, as you can see, after this monthly support, we have seen again NASDAQ has gone up, and I think that at least it might try to approach the monthly high or even create a new higher high, because the way the price action has formed, you can see with this reversal pattern, it has completely gone out of this structure to the upside, and there is a probability now for NASDAQ to continue to go. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we see that basically there is a weekly impulse here. This is the weekly impulse followed by this consolidation here, and then we have seen that there is another bullish move. So we see this is the resistance here, which is turning support here, and from here we have seen that NASDAQ on the weekly is, you know, creating a bullish move. Now if you closely look at all these weekly candle, what do we see that basically this is a big weekly movement, and with this weekly movement, the price this week created a lower high, and then we have seen that again another bounce, and I think that this price will continue to go up, and it might hit, highly likely that it might hit this resistance or even, you know, high, because there is a, this is the weekly chart. As you can see, the price has come back down. So basically if you apply the LU2 wave, some people say that it doesn't work, but I saw that in some cases you can relate that one here. So you see wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then as you can see, so basically if you consider the impulse, so basically the way I remember it is from the impulse. I don't consider the retracement to, for me to be easier. So basically 3 impulse, 1, 2, 3. So after normally 3 impulse, the bulls or bears get a little bit of exhausted, and they started to create another pattern. So you see this is what happened, creating a double bottom. Okay, we saw that basically NASDAQ has broken to the upside. Now with that breakout, the price tested this resistance here, turning support here, and we see that again the price started to push up. So basically it's look like that the change of trend, and with that change of trend we could potentially see that NASDAQ is going up. So if we look at the daily, what do we see that from the daily perspective on NASDAQ, that this is the daily impulse correction. So the price is moving in that way, so which is following a typical uptrending market structure. Okay, so we'll see that how it does, and we'll jump on this if we find. So this is the daily. If we look at the 4-hour, now early today you have seen my analysis on NASDAQ is because, as you can see, this is the trend line the price was following. And now if you look at daily, what I think that this is the long-term picture, the price will break to the upside. Now this is a kind of bull flag. You can see that after this impulse the price is creating this bull flag. Now there are two probability for NASDAQ to break to the upside directly from here, which is less likely to happen. On the other hand, what I think that after breaking this high, the NASDAQ to continue to drop to this level and then to go up again. So for me, what I think that NASDAQ, penetrating this zone, we could see another drop on the lower time frame, or it could be even the starting of this move to the upside. Okay, so let's see what happened. Good afternoon, coach. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. NASDAQ, absolutely. Good day, user. Thank you. Good. Gold only. Gold, absolutely. Only NASDAQ and US30. Thank you very much. That's good. More on NAS100 and I'm on sell now. Very good. My broker don't have NAS100, so I trade only Forex. No problems at all. That's completely fine. It's all about money. Sometime I open a trade on completely exotic pair. I have a separate list on exotic pair as well. You can see I look at on the daily time frame these exotic pairs. Why not? If I have an opportunity, I trade exotic only on the daily chart. I have a different kind of time frame strategy. Early in the morning in Sydney, I open the daily chart and I trade on the daily. So it's I do scalping, I do swing trading, I do long-term holding, everything. It's all about making money. Either it's coming from NASDAQ or from gold or from coming from exotic pair. It's all we need is to make money, and this is the goal of trading. So I think that you will be agreeing on that point as well. Try to keep it simple. US30 and USD only. Try to thank you very much, RM. Awesome, thank you for that. Been a while since I attended the live. I trade Forex and US30. That's good. Thank you very much. Everything but focus on certain instrument. Awesome. Major dollar. Yeah, good, very good. Dollar, yeah. Dollar yen. Yeah, absolutely. I like to trade gold, coach. Thank you very much. I also love to gold. Thank you, sir, for your work. It helps a lot, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much, Salim. Thank you for your appreciation. Dollar yen analysis, absolutely. Thanks for your trading psychology. James, amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, trading psychology, as I mentioned, along with making money, to make money in trading, trading psychology is a big part of the game. It's very important that it's a combined package, and as a matter of fact, to earlier as I mentioned that to be successful in trading over the long term, one must master trading psychology. It is very important that one must master it, because without proper trading psychology, the reason I'm mentioning is that you probably have a good winning trade, right? A couple of winning trades, but when trade moves, this is where you need to test yourself, because as I mentioned that to make money, make a good living, you don't need a big account. It's a myth. It's a myth. A big account showing, some gurus maybe showing a big account, is because they need liquidity. Okay, no one is gonna tell you this truth, but as a matter of fact, to make a living from trading, you don't need a big account. You can do it from a smaller account. You just need the right education, right skill set, and proper risk management plan, and you can do that with a smaller account with proper strategy. And so basically, to trade, with a smaller, with a bigger account is there is an emotional trigger in it, so trading psychology is all about your ability to handle your emotion. Okay, now I know that sometimes it might be little bit of difficult for you to handle your emotion when you are trading, and that is why it comes to self-control. And this is where I struggled a lot when I started, and I implemented a lot of a technique to overcome that. One of them is it's being present with all of them. It's very important that you develop that skill set of understanding your own um, psychology. So everyone has a different approach in terms of trading psychology or in terms of emotional control. But how do you in fact do that? Let's say, how do you, like, control your emotion when you are trading is from what I called, see, first of all, when you trade, you try to understand what triggers you mostly emotionally, and then you need to work on it. Okay, but you need to give a little bit of time to yourself, which is very important. If you don't give time to yourself, it might be very hard for you, because in the beginning, as I mentioned earlier, our brain, okay, that we are mostly midbrain dominated creature, right? We think that we have a, this is our brain, and there is a frontal lobe. Okay, so this frontal lobe is the newest brain. I think it's around 40,000 years old, something like that. So we, all the decision that we make is based on this frontal lobe, but this middle brain is emotion dominated, and it's completely unconscious. That means that, let's say, we make a decision based on emotion, but we feel like that we are making a conscious decision, so it's a completely unknowable. And because of that, creating an awareness will really give you a big edge in your trading. So in the beginning, it's a little bit of hard, but the only best way, even without any training, you can control your emotion if you become present with it. Okay, so what happens is that, let's say, if you experience something, your brain initially will react to it, but if you stay with it present, then what will happen is that your brain has started to realize that, okay, it's not that hard, it's not something that is scary, so let it be like that. Okay, so that's why I tell you that spend some time in trading, don't quit. Okay, ask specific question if you struggling in any area of trading psychology or any kind of emotional control, then I'll tell you exactly what you can do to help you on that part. Greeting from Guru Govinda. Thank you very much. Any advice on funded account? I make money and lost money from gold. Yeah, the only thing advice I can do tell you on a funded account um, is to have a strategy that will give you a consistent gain and learn proper risk management. That's what I can say you to you. Gbpusd, please. Absolutely. Rihanna, 1 hour. Thank you. Awesome. So we see that 15 minutes later there is a news coming up on CPI, which is very exciting news coming up. We'll look at all of them. So in the meantime, let me look at US30. Okay, so we see that on US30, okay, so now US30, like the NASDAQ and all other instruments, you see that this is the monthly price action. Okay, now overall picture, as you know that I always look at monthly first, is because monthly where you can um, have a bigger picture, overall picture in the market. So you see that from the monthly point of view, US30, there is a big monthly impulse. Okay, now with that monthly impulse, we see the price corrected with this red candle and slowly creating a consolidation. So this pattern, what you see on the monthly, which is in fact a bullish price action. Okay, so when you see an impulse and the triangle, which is the price is likely to break to the upside. Okay, so which is a bullish price action. Okay, so with that bullish price action, what we can expect on US30, the price to break to the upside. Okay, now when you see triangle, it's almost make sure that in most cases you see is breaking to the upside. So US30 is likely to break to the upside on the monthly. Now from the weekly, we saw double doji. Now this is what exactly I expected in my weekly forex forecast. You have seen that the price to break to the upside and doing exactly as it is, gave a big thumbs up now. And now we see that on the daily, thereafter grabbing liquidity, we saw some a break to the upside as well. So this structure you can see, which is a bullish structure. So we saw when you say an impulse, this is a bullish structure, and we see the price is pushing high. So from the lower time frame perspective, what we see that on the 4 hour, the price, there is a on the 4 hour we see as a consolidation, but this pattern is bullish pattern. Okay, so what we can expect now on US30, what I think that, as you can see, the price is in this resistance level on the lower time frame. What I need a false breakout. Okay, and especially the indices is always, you'll see that they create a lot of false breakout, and then you see the price is moving in the direction, and during the CPI we might see that the price is hitting this 20 EMA, probably will have a false breakout, and then we could see that basically the price is moving in the direction. So let's see what happened, and then we'll jump on a trade once we'll need it. So what we see that, guys, as the CPI coming, we see dollar CAD having a very strong rejection. Looking at all of them to see. Okay, so DXY, I'm just looking to see. I think during the news we might see some strength, short-term strengthening, and in dollar might be. Okay, that can probably, that could give a retest of this level. This is 4 hour time frame on DXY. You can see that, as I mentioned earlier, that DXY failed to create a higher high, so we might see this creating a lower low here in this direction. And as you can see, there is an imbalance in the market along this zone on DXY. Okay, so there is an imbalance here. See, this is the imbalance, and I think the market might come to test this imbalance, and then we could see bullish move on DXY. look at, see what happened. So looking at Eurojpy. Okay, so there is a looking at Aussie yen, guys, to see. Okay, we see that Aussie yen, after this dodgy, a very strong bullish momentum. Okay, now looking at the monthly Aussie yen monthly bullish. Okay, so you see previous months, this is historically this is a long-term bull market. Aussie yen, you can see a very clean bullish price action. Okay, what we see, the starting from here, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. So this is a typical uptrending market structure, textbook uptrend, you can see. Okay, creating series of higher high and higher low, uptrending market structure on Aussie yen. Okay, so with that uptrending market structure, we saw that the previous months there is a bullish candle, followed by this month we have seen that the price basically forming another bullish candle. Now if we look at the weekly perspective, what we see, that previous week there is a doji here, so there is a doji, and with that doji formation we see this week as soon as market open there is a bullish move happen. Now if we look at the daily, we see that there is on the daily perspective on Aussie yen, there is a nice looking double bottom. Okay, has broken out of this structure completely to the upside with this bullish candle, followed by today's so far narrower candle. And what I think that at some point we could see, if we see suddenly yen got a little bit of a strengthening, we might see Aussie yen drop to test this level here. Okay, 4-hour perspective. Now for me, what I need is, in this movement there is a false breakout. False breakout means like we could not see like that. What I need, one candle at least to come down to grab liquidity and then closed as a bullish candle, can give us really a good move on Aussie yen. Okay, let's see what happened. Look like that it's creating, as you can see, there is an overextended market to the downside, grab liquidity and then created this impulse. Okay, so you could potentially see that this price is continuing, but it didn't test this level properly. There is a previous, this is the resistance level here, which is turning support with this 20 EMA. At some point we could see some downward movement and then we could see a bullish move on Aussie yen. Okay, let's see. Guys, so we have only 5 minutes to go for CPI. Let's see. Turn up gold, thank you. Dollar yen, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Gold, please. Yeah, sir. Tell us today gold. I think gold slowly getting bullish. Let's see. Gold, please. Gold. Yeah. Dollar yen. Okay. Looking at gold. Okay, so Okay, looking at bigger picture before CPI, let's see what's happening with gold first of all. Gold, I think that guys, we might see some bullish move on gold. Okay, but for the time being, keep all the positions, just freeze or close to see, as the news might be little bit of volatile. Okay, Forex factory. Okay, so you see that still not there. Getting volatile. I think that it's going to go and get a spike to the upside. Okay, so get ready, you guys. Let's see. So the news, then you'll see the direction in the market. It's getting volatile. You see that we are on gold. Let's look at how it is doing. I think there's going to be bullish move. Okay. Okay, so has it been released? Exciting moment. Okay, so initially we see drop, means that news. Okay, so same, better, same. So little bit of a strengthening on dollar, but didn't change anything. Okay, so let's see what happened. The dollar carries. we see some weakness in gold. It created the daily wick here. Just looking at all those to see. Okay, here we go. As I mentioned that we might see this is gold 5 minute chart. We saw that there is a big spike down, liquidity gap. Now we might see that, yeah, as I mentioned that, so initially drop means that finally, here you go. So strengthening on gold, as I mentioned. Could look at the weekly chart now. Okay, as I mentioned, okay. So as I said guys earlier, that there is a probability for gold to go up. What's happening, you can see there is a, basically it has come down here to grab liquidity. Okay, so as I said earlier, there's an inverted head and shoulder here, and I think that now gold resume its uptrend. Probably we'll see that the market even, you know, hitting, if you look at the weekly, now there is a probability for the price to hit this resistance level here. Okay, So you see that if you look at the Gbpusd, you see the significant movement on Gbpusd as well, and it formed a middleman, in fact, Gbpusd. You see that there is a middleman is being formed on Gbpusd, including the gold. So we need to see how the candle is going to close. Okay, so there are two probabilities. Now you can see gold is forming. Still 20 minutes to go, but how this price action, this candle will form will really determine which way the market will be heading. It could be the starting of a new big move down, or could be starting of a big move to up. Okay, just looking at how they are doing. So your CAD, yeah, absolutely. Look at it. US30 news out. Yeah. Is there any correlation between euro dollar and gold? Yeah, there is. There is a little bit of correlation. What is happening to Nasdaq? Okay, let me look at Nasdaq. So this is what exactly I mentioned on Nasdaq analysis, that after breaking this high, we could see that the price is reversing. Now, depends on how this candle is going to close, but but as I mentioned that on the candle close, we'll see how they are doing. But DXY, you can see DXY has done exactly, has broken this support, okay, to the downside, right? And then after breaking this support to the downside, we see now bullish move. Now again the price is pushing high on DXY. Now this is what exactly expected in my weekly forex forecast. When the price, you see the price will create a lower high, okay, creating a lower high. The price failed to create a higher high. Now we see that basically DXY has come to create a lower low, okay. So if I look at the daily, now in the beginning was I mentioned that there is an imbalance in the market, okay. We see that that imbalance is filled, okay. You see that this is the low and this is the neckline. So the price basically penetrated that level, that imbalance, and then we see that the price now has gone up. So the imbalance is filled. Now the typical question is, where the market will be heading. Okay, we see dollar yen. Let me look at. Just looking at to see which one giving us the best trading opportunity. Looking at AUD USD, you see, if you look at the AUD USD market structure, there is an inverted head and shoulder has formed, and let me look at all the major pairs: AUD USD, Euro USD. So you see that basically gold, AUD USD, you can see DXY showing some bearish sign. Okay, so you might see that DXY is getting weaker, so you might see strengthening in gold. This mechanism on the side view. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll talk about a lot of story on that. That's good. That's really good approach, Faber. Yeah, so developing, having a proper trading psychology, trying to develop is a very good sign. Maybe on gold, looks like that gold, as I mentioned, that we might see some bullish move. The Eurogb and Eurocad, they're both at very important areas. So thank you. So what I think that I think the gold bulls slowly coming in the market. It looks like that gold might. So for GBP JPY, yeah, that's significantly bullish. Okay, see that it is bullish engulf from the daily. GJ started to push up, and we see that it's going up. Similarly on GBP USD, so what we could see, this is the daily candle. Let me draw this level here. It's AUD USD. So there is a middleman here on AUD USD, and we see that like AUD USD all are going in the same direction. So we see that euro dollar, GBP USD also bullish. But what AUD USD did, that it reversed primarily and grabbed liquidity from this 20 period moving average created. It's creating a middleman now on AUD USD. Okay, now if I look at the overall picture from the monthly, what I think that AUD USD from the monthly, as you can see, which is bullish. Now this is the monthly resistance, weekly for the previous week's doji, this week so far bullish move. Daily chart, okay. So if we look at the 5 minutes here, what I think that you can see there is a long wick candle on AUD USD. The price at some point come back down to test this long wick candle. So if we take half of this zone, okay, for me, what I think that AUD USD could be an entry point at around 6961 zone. If you look at on the 5 minutes, so this is the resistance that AUD USD highly likely at least will test. This could be the entry point. So if we go to the 5 minutes here, you can see there's a long wick candle. So the next thing, I will be waiting for AUD USD to come and test this level here. Okay, this could be a very good trading opportunity on AUD USD if it comes down to this level here. Okay, which is highly likely to happen, to come down to test this zone here at 0.6963, and then so for AUD USD, looks like that DXY is still bearish. So AUD USD, okay, and okay, we see a candle close. There is a middleman on Gbpusd as well. Okay, so with the Gbpusd, we'll be entering tomorrow. There is AUD. Okay, so we're going long with AUD USD, right? So we'll go by market now. Stop loss below this low, take profit 221. Okay, and basically I'll place pending because the price. Okay, let's go by market. I'll be opening the same trade too. There's a news coming up tomorrow on AUD, and we should see that the price basically to the mark. Okay, so I'll be sending the same trade as well to the students, and I'll be opening in my live account in front of me here. Usdjpy. Around 62 pip stop loss. Okay, so now for AUD USD, couple of accounts. So initially it will come back down and then so to do the proper risk management, how you can do that, go to this website, Forex Trading Wizard Academy website, and then go to this position size calculator. If you don't have an MT4 position size calculator, keep in mind guys, everything in this channel we are teaching is only for educational purpose, nothing to be taken as an investment advice, is only to help you to learn trading. So currency pair AUD USD, stop loss pip is 61 pip. Let's say your account size is around 0.01 lot, not more than this. Now you look at the daily, stop loss at 0.9. Okay, so risk is 1%. Okay, so you have opened the trade. Now the reason this trade is open is because, let me explain the reason. Could be winner, could be loser, but from the higher time frame perspective, if you look at the weekly, we see that AUD USD basically, if you look at monthly, first of all monthly we see that this price basically is long-term bullish market. Weekly we saw that there is already an impulse started on the weekly perspective, and from the daily we have seen that the price basically created an impulse to the upside. So if you look at the 4-hour, we see that this is a strong bullish candle to the upside, and as you know there is a news coming up tomorrow, and we should see some, because this candle has a strong liquidity in it, okay, from the support level. And if, as the news is coming tomorrow, and you see there is an inverted head and shoulder has been formed on AUD USD. Now with that inverted head and shoulder, we should see some movement in this market to the upside, and this is our, according to our TF or trend following strategy. Okay, so we'll keep this trade running. Let's see what happened, and in the meantime let me see if there's what other instrument doing. Okay, so we see that dollar yen, the level that we talk about, we might see that basically the price is testing this level. We might see very strong movement on dollar yen. From this level, let's see. So see move push to the upside again. Okay, because from this daily support, I don't think that AUD USD will be able to drop like that. Okay, at gold. There's a doji here, right? So we look at the coming back to the support zone again. Okay, this one probably. Okay, I still think that the USD will have a bounce to the upside. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, so candle close. You see some peak up to the upside. Okay, so let me know in the chat which one. Okay, so tell us more. Okay, absolutely 4 hour. No problems. Why should it come down to test? Yeah, so that's what expected, but you know that anything can happen. Which broker? Okay, so the broker, you can find a link in the description for the broker. Good evening, sir. Thank you. We should tell us what. Absolutely, what time tomorrow live stream? Because we must stay whole day. Yeah, we'll look at it. Let's see what happened. Yeah, sure. Why not? We saw that there was a liquidity gap. Suddenly we see that very unusual strengthening in DXY. Yeah, so looks like that dollar yen is showing a very strong bullish move. We might see that blow out on dollar yen. Okay, the dollar yen looking like a very strongly bullish. So Aussie dollar might be reversing. So we see that. Okay, we see very strong movement on dollar yen. Okay, with this middleman. Some spike. Basically, this is the best place for entry on AUD USD if there is a long, because this is a half week of this long week candle now. from the daily point of view on gold on a support level. Okay guys, so let's see which way heading. We'll keep running the trade, but looks like that yen is very weaker, especially dollar yen looks very strong on this one so far here. Exactly in the same way with GBP USD. We have a big room on Cecil. Let's see what happened. I still think that because we saw that this market so probably this one is going. So basically what we see that finally DXY is getting stronger again. Okay, so with that data on CPI we see that with the CPI data 6.4%, the other was same, this one is stronger. So if we go to the DXY, okay, so we see a very strong movement on DXY. Okay, and yeah, so DXY got stronger after grabbing liquidity from here, completed the imbalance. So yeah, that's gone the other way around. So we had that one gone, AUD USD, and finally we got that the gold is getting weaker, DXY getting stronger, dollar yen might be very strongly bullish. So if you are not in a trade, and I'll say that buy DXY. Okay, buying DXY is the good idea. So we'll be focusing on scalping from tomorrow guys. Hopefully that you enjoyed this live session, and we'll be back again tomorrow in this live session. So I'll be rescheduling the timing for scalping from tomorrow. We'll be trading on 5 minutes time frame. No, not only, so we'll analyze on the higher time frame, but all our trade will be based on 5 minutes time frame starting on London session tomorrow. So make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, and also check out all the links in the description area. I'll see you tomorrow in this live session. Keep the trade on, let's see what happened. And in the meantime, so what we have seen that so far, I think that gold might be bearish. So we could see that gold coming to 38.2% Fibonacci level, or even breaking this low to the downside. So with that said, I'm gonna end this session. Thank you very much for joining this live session. I'll see you tomorrow in this live session in scalping. Until then, stay well, stay happy. Thank you very much.